There's no shame in wanting more. I'm Leslie Miller, and this is More All My Children, your VIP pass to Pine Valley behind the scenes, under the covers, and inside the lives of its biggest stars.
She is one of the great actresses I've worked with.
The man behind the soap's most beloved pimp sings the praises of a Pine Valley veteran, and you know there's more.
There was no way I could have combined doing these two things together.
Debbie Morgan searches her soul to play one of the most difficult roles of her career, herself. Plus, the kiss that threatens to turn Pine Valley upside down. All right, Pine Valley fans, you can smell it in the air and know it's not the pine trees, it's mystery.
The winning bid goes to Celia Fitzgerald.
Everyone and their mother's lover wants to know who the anonymous bidder is who bought Celia her dream date with Pete. Here's what more viewers think.
I think Pete Cortland is the bidder for Celia because he's in love with her, and that's a way for him to get a date with her.
I want to be with you. Okay, and whoever it was that made that donation has earned my eternal gratitude.
I think the anonymous bidder is Billy Clyde Tuggle. And you know, like Pete Portland, so I could see him doing it.
I think Opal truly wants Pete to be with a nice girl like Celia, so I think she was the one that put up the money.
I guess Miss Bramwell Hall certainly showed you up.
I'd have to say definitely Billy Clyde Tuggle. I mean, all signs point to him, and I'm usually never wrong.
Ricky, I'm officially declaring you a More super fan. But I gotta disagree with you and a lot of fans. Look at this Facebook poll. That many of you think it is Billy Clyde. Really? Sure, it's an obvious choice, but don't you think maybe too obvious? I guess we'll all find out together. Whether he's the mystery bidder or not, Billy Clyde is probably TV's most popular pimp since Huggy Bear. Look it up, kids. But the actor behind the silver-tongued troublemaker is a bit of an enigma we wanted to know more about. Check out this exclusive.
Someone saw me in a play I'd done on Broadway and said, "This is a great actor, and we should have him on our show." Oh, absolutely. But I knew when I started doing this in 1977 that I had 4 days, and then they would most likely drop me.
That was excellent.
Well, okay.
But Matthew says humor is what saved Billy Clyde from being a flash in the pan.
I'm going to have to make this guy funny. God helps those who helps themselves. They're going to kill me if I don't. If I'm just the gorilla pimp, they will kill me. I'll give it to you for safekeeping.
I put it in my bra.
If I bring them a goose that lays a golden egg, my character survives and flourishes. Where is it? So I brought them a goose that laid a golden egg, which was a good deal of humor. You see before you a hound of hell transformed into one of God's lambs.
These days, Billy Clyde Tuggle still has a silver tongue. But Matthew says the unpredictable pimp has a new agenda.
Why do you think he's coming back in town? It was a long story, Doc, but I don't have time to tell you. He wants to be loved by the community. I'll show him what a real gentleman can do with a lord on his side. That's his through line right now for almost everything. Because he doesn't like being lonely. He's tired of being lonely. And he said, "I want to be forgiven," and I think he does. I just want to atone for my sins. He says, "I want to make amends." Well, I'm new to philanthropy in this fashion. He wants to be a philanthropist, not just a philanderer.
It's a second chance for Cowles to act alongside a cast he holds in high regard, especially Billy Clyde's longtime obsession, Dixie, played by Katie McLean.
Was it just Dixie, dear?
I start, I say, what are you doing?
Oh.
And then, Dixie, dear, it's only me, Billy Clyde.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, standbys.
I think she's a great actress. I think she's one of the finest actresses I've ever worked with.
Ooh. Snap out of it.
There are probably 6 great actresses in the world I've worked with. She is one of the great actresses I've worked with, Katie McLean. My wife is another.
Hold the phone and back up the bus. Who is Matthew married to? The answer and more coming up. Meantime, you could feel everyone in the room holding their breath as All My Children welcomed back a living legend this week. Adam Chandler's surprise appearance at the gala had fans hitting rewind, emailing friends, and trying to guess what will happen next. It's been a few months since we've had the pleasure of seeing five-time Emmy Award winner David Canary in Pine Valley. And we have to admit, it left us wanting more. Adam's return tops the More All My Children mailbag this week. Lola Marie from Phoenix was the first to cheer Adam's return.
I am so excited that David Canary is back on All My Children. I loved watching JR roid rage out on Brooke, and I can't wait to see what Adam has to say about it.
While David, getting between Jesse and Angie, stood out to John from Houston.
We've seen Angie's relationship with her husband and with God over the years. They've got a different kind of relationship from the rest of the folks in Pine Valley. I think if you break them up, then no one else has a prayer.
And Jewel thinks that AJ and Miranda are better off in the friend zone.
I would like to see AJ and Miranda stay best friends because it's really great to see that a guy and a girl can be best friends without having any sex.
If you didn't get an invite to the Chandler Gala, don't worry, more did. And as always, we were taking notes. Fits were pitched, punches were thrown, and pie was flung. Take a look. A familiar face put JR in his place.
I know exactly what you're up to, you little scheming bitch.
Enough. In my study. Now.
AJ and Heather finally went to the other side. Jesse threw back whiskey, then threw down with David.
Any idea what you're going to do?
With my life, not a clue.
Well, I guess you forgot the fact that I saved your daughter's life. And I gave your wife back her vision. That just slipped your mind.
Oh, so that gives you the right to put your hands all over her?
The fact is, I've come through for your family more ways than you ever could. Now, if that's a reminder of your own freaking ineptitude,
I will.
Listen.
Oh, my God.
Colby and Celia's catfight got nasty.
No, we both planned the shindig. We should both clean up. Oh, my God. I am so sorry. Hold on.
What is wrong with you? No. I got it. You bitch!
And David finally met Oliver.
Hey. Hey, kid, are you all right? Hey. Oh, my God.
Hungry for more All My Children?
I still wasn't ready to let people think that I hadn't always had it together.
Debbie Morgan confronts her past. And Matthew Cowles reveals his secret to a happy marriage. We're back with more All My Children. When it comes to tackling gritty, complex storylines, Debbie Morgan has few peers. But in this more exclusive, Debbie shares why her latest powerhouse performance meant revealing her own demons to the world.
The one-woman show is entitled A Monkey on My Back, and it's sort of what I refer to as my ill-fated legacy, which spanned 3 generations of women, starting with my grandmother.
In her show, Debbie explores the cycle of abuse and violence in her family, a pattern she says it took decades for her to come to terms with.
I started writing it about 7 years ago, and I kept putting it away because I guess I just wasn't ready to be that brutally honest about myself. I still wasn't ready to let people think that I hadn't always had it together. And I've gotten past that now.
But before she was ready to take on the emotional piece, Debbie said she needed a break from Angie's devastating storyline in Pine Valley.
All that matters is keeping my baby safe. They're both intense pieces. Both of them take such mental and physical weight, you know, on me as an actress. There was no way I could have combined doing these 2 things together.
But Debbie says examining her old wounds is worth it.
I just knew that there were so many women out there who probably struggled and went through the same things that I did, and if I could help even one, it would be worth sharing.
But wait, we're not done with Debbie yet. The More investigators did a little digging and found out what else she's been up to. She posted this photo of her new look on Twitter. She says, "My sassy new do done by none other than my fierce hair gal, Kiki Taylor." Denise Taunts posted this photo on Instagram of a Pine Valley summer reunion of sorts with castmates Rob Wilson, Brooke Newton, Sal Stowers, and Lindsay Hartley. Denise writes, "So good seeing these guys yesterday. Miss them already." And the always fabulous Katie McLean sends out this update about the new short film she's directing. One more week of post-production. Let's hope for green lights all the way. For a sneak peek at the trailer to Katie's film, go to our Facebook page to see more. There's still a whole lot more All My Children. Our exclusive first look at next week in Pine Valley.
You broke our trust.
Plus Matthew Cole's mystery bride revealed. Next. Here's more All My Children. It takes a lot to surprise me, and I have to admit, when the More team told me who actor Matthew Cole's real-life wife was, I won't lie, I was surprised. Drum roll, please. None other than Tony and Emmy Award winner Christine Baranski. You knew? Come on, you Googled it. Fine. Here's how they met, and more.
I served as her chauffeur. I used to bring her to the theater on the motorcycle, and it was just exciting as hell, especially coming back at night. Because I was only her chauffeur, you understand. I never went up to her apartment, but I drove her to her apartment from the theater every night. We decided to have babies pretty quickly. Hey, and we did. We were successful at that, all right.
Matthew's key to a happy marriage?
Keep them laughing. Keep your wife laughing. Keep your wife happy in all her what she needs, and you know, have her keep thinking that you're dashing.
Next week on All My Children, an illicit kiss, an underhanded plot, a secret son, and a pretty angry one too. Your sneak peek at what's coming up in Pine Valley, only on More.
And then 2 minutes later, you freaking lose it like you always do?
Damn it, AJ, I am different.
Thought we trusted each other, and then Joe comes to me and says someone stole my scripts for steroids. Not only did you disappoint me, you broke our trust.
Just a little while longer, okay, buddy? Can you hold out? I'm very proud of you, son.
You are about as welcome as a screw worm. What do you want?
Well, I'm here to talk about how we're gonna make Pete's magical evening with Celia fall flat on its face.
So perfect.
I've lost 5 years of my life, and I'm not about to lose any more of it. Especially to a woman named Brooke English. Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
JR's hopes to step into Daddy's shoes just went up in smoke.
That breaks your heart.
Yeah.
Almost like you planned it that way.
Next week on More All My Children, more fallout from the Chandler Gala, and our More exclusive with All My Children's Ryan Biddle. Until next time, make sure you connect with More All My Children on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next week.